Yo, what up? It's your girl V-Henny, man. You already know the vibes. Welcome to the Artistry, where we talk shit about music, entertainment, and the everyday struggles. And you know how we do, man. We always have a dope guest in the building. We have Brooklyn's own. She's a mom of a bearded dragon, of a cat. She's the winner from the Circle. Makeup artist. We got your girl, Sam, in the building.
All right, everybody relax. Hold the applause. Everybody relax. You're loud. I'm going to get one of those.
Yeah, I don't got the budget, so this is why I do like,
You know what? That's called making the best of what you got.
I do.
I like that for you. I like that for you, and I like that for us.
Yeah, I like this. I understand.
This is high quality.
Well, I want to say, thank you for taking the time being here.
Thank you.
Shout out to everything you're doing. Before we dive into anything, we're doing a toast. Understand? I got her. You understand? She got some brown water in her cup.
I'm scared. Brown water whiskey, not brown water cognac. Brown water whiskey. Two different poisons.
Right,
two different poisons.
It is, because cognac be making me a little aggressive at times.
A little?
I mean,
I got warrants because of brown water.
So I can't speak about that.
All right.
But you know what? Shout out. This is to you.
This is a double. I feel like
you don't have to chug it. You don't have to chug it.
I feel like mine's is CNN and yours is Nick Jr.
And we keeping it like that because I'm asking the questions. You understand? We have to make this. You understand? Like,
I hope you got enough money in the budget to edit it out if I drool. If I drool and you leave it in, calling the authorities.
I mean, hopefully the budget, the team that does, like the editing, you guys take EBT because. Shout out to you, man. Salud.
Thank you.
Congratulations on everything, and this is for you right here.
This is gonna be a good interview because y'all. Oh shit! All right.
Oh shit! I just made the whole sound effect and everything.
That's actually really cute.
It is really cute. It's not bad. It's actually good whiskey.
Is that cinnamon? What the fuck is that?
Nah, that's not cinnamon.
Nutmeg? What is that?
I don't know.
It tastes like Christmas. I like that. All right.
All right. Yeah. If she love it, then I like it. You understand?
Something's happening in my mouth. I got chest here. What is that?
I'm done.
We ready? I'm ready. We good. Let's go. I ain't never been pussy, so hold on.
Drink more?
I never been pussy a day in my life.
I say let's. Bet.
Woo. Let's do this.
Let's do this. Oh man.
I regret everything.
My chest right now.
I hate everything.
Yo, that's because of you talking about this Christmas. She was like, Feliz Navidad.
No, because I feel like the first one killed my taste buds, and then this one came and like, whoa.
My ancestors right now on some like, a comer pastel, a comer lechon. Yo. Well, I was just like doing some research, watching and whatnot, and there's like a lot of people, not all, but a lot of people didn't know that outside of the Circle, you had a following.
I did.
Yeah. And
so I came out of nowhere.
But the thing is, like, you had a following, then, the more kept looking into you. Before TikTok, you was doing Musically.
OD.
Yeah, you was just like lip singing, whatever, right?
Music.
Before the Circle, obviously you was in TikTok. You built your following with that, which we're gonna get into. Mm-hmm. Were you a makeup artist at that point?
So I originally wanted to be a tattoo artist. I dropped out of college.
Okay.
I wanted to do tattoos. The idea of permanently marking somebody and not being able to like lick my thumb and fix it terrifies me. So my grandmother, who people have seen on TikTok, and my grandmother, one time I was going out, she's like, "You're not gonna put on no makeup?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Ay, but you look ugly." I'm like,
"Oh, damn,
I look ugly." So sis went and got her little cheap Jordana $2 lipstick and put on her fingers, put it on my cheeks, put a red lip on me. I looked like I had a severe outbreak of rosacea, but she was ever since then. And then I got obsessed with drag queens, started doing makeup, and that's how I became passionate about that.
Really? So how long ago was that?
I was like, I'm 36. I want to say I was like 22.
Wow. Okay. So you just been.
Yeah. So I guess I noticed that I was getting good when my friends started saying, "Oh, can you do mine?"
Right.
That's how you know
That's
when you're doing some shit. Like, "Oh, let me do my wings." I'm like, "Girl, you want me to touch you? Okay."
Because I wouldn't. I wouldn't trust somebody like that.
If you see me sitting on the floor 2 inches from the mirror cursing aggressively and you still want me to touch your face, girl, you are brave. All right.
That's dope. So let me ask you this now. So now knowing that you've been doing, as a makeup artist, have you worked with anybody in particular or any company?
So I worked for, here we go. I was a manager for Lancome, a manager for Urban Decay, a manager for a store called Kiko Milano, which is a European brand that sent me to Italy for training. I worked for Macy's. I was an impulse counter manager. I worked for Sephora.
Okay.
Like, I literally know this stuff like the back of my hand. It's not fun anymore. So once it's not fun, I don't want to do it anymore.
When did it stop becoming fun for you?
The minute I took a management position. The minute that like management pulled me away from the artistry part. So it's like once I can't paint faces, it's not fun anymore.
Right. So would you say now that you're back into doing makeup artists, or
no,
like
I still hate it.
No, you still hate it?
Still hate it.
Like you mentioned, there's a difference between the managerial role and the artist.
But clients, I still take my old clients. Like if one of my old clients calls me and begs me, like, Sam, please, yes. New clients, absolutely not. I don't have. When you think about having to travel, carrying this heavy ass kit,
right.
you know, catering to whoever this person is, whatever the occasion is. If it's a sweet 16, if it's a prom, you got to deal with their cranky parents. I don't got the patience. It's all right.
Because I know once you started doing your blogging, right? You started doing blogging and you started incorporating your passions. You love music, you love sneakers, and makeup. So you just started at this point, and then you started doing like story time, correct? Like, did you expect?
No, so you know how they always say you got to find your niche, niche?
Right.
When I first started my TikTok, I think I did like a couple of audios of like just regular sounds off of the app itself. And I realized that the videos where I was just talking, no matter what I was talking about, those took off. You know, a lot of I think I like 89% of my demographic is women.
Okay.
So like chicks like to hear me talk about relatable things. So I was like, all right, this works. I'm going to just do my makeup in the meantime. I never created my platform to be a makeup page or even a sneaker dedicated page, or I'm just me.
You know what I love about the fact that you just became you, right? Because like for me, sometimes creating content can be a little overwhelming.
Extremely.
So especially once you reach a certain place in your career, or like, you know, like your page or account, like I feel like at that point that you even gotta focus more on the quality opposed to just posting something regularly.
I feel like the minute that you become somebody who has a presence on the internet, because I don't like to use the word influencers. I don't like to say I got fans. I don't like those words.
Okay.
Like I have friends and I just make bullshit videos.
Okay.
The minute you become a content creator and you start making videos, your mind is always in, okay, well, this is make a good video. Like I walked in, I was like, oh, this would be cute for some pictures. And your mind is always in creative mode. And I stress this to like any of my peers. I'm always saying everything is content.
Right.
You might be into like collecting buttons. There are people out there who collect buttons too. There's an audience for everything. Once you find your niche, it's going to take off.
Now, I agree with you. So now knowing the fact of seeing your growth, what's a misconception people have of you? Through your page or through your account.
Random. All right. Everybody gather around. Random. Number one, I'm aggressive. I could see that, but that's just New York women in general.
Right.
If I'm not, hi, how are you? Would you like a cupcake? Automatically, I'm too rough. All right, whatever. And I don't know where this sexual thing about me came about. That's funny. Listen, I don't want to stop my bag, but just hear me out. I don't think that the content that I've put out on TikTok or anything is very overly sexualized. I've never been somebody like, oh, yeah, check me out in my lingerie. I've never been that girl. So the fact that these brands reach out to me like, we would love to send you this rose. Let's send you a fake wee-wee shaped like an octagon and tell us what you think about it.
That's funny.
That is like, you really want me, the jokes to push your wee-wees? Okay.
Right,
listen, you cut the check, I got you.
So did that come out? Because you know what, you're saying this. So I've had put a post in my stories and I'm like, do you have any questions? And somebody mentioned about how you're open about your how sexual you are and etc. And I was like, so you've never been...
I speak about it, but like only when asked. Like, so somebody says, oh my God, what are you into? I have no problem speaking about it, but as far as me making content specifically like focused on that, no.
Yeah.
I ain't out here like, oh yeah, give me a little piece of and I do a little. I've never done that.
Right.
So it just bugs me out. Like,
I mean, just the fact of you just being open about your sexuality, but that's a whole different...
But I feel like there's people out there doing far more as far as being open. Like, there's people who advocate, like, oh my God, yeah, we're furries, let's march. And
right.
To each his own, y'all do what y'all gotta do. I've never been that girl, so it always like kind of takes me back when these brands or these companies reach out to me like, hey, we want to send you these nipple clamps and you can hang from the ceiling. Like, y'all think I'm Spider-Man.
Right.
Never been that girl.
That would be dope content.
For whose nipples? If somebody donating nipples, you want to volunteer your nips, okay, but I'm not dangling like a chandelier.
I get
not me.
I get it. No, and that's, I mean, I guess they're looking at it, and I'm not saying the fans, right? I'm talking about like companies. They're looking at it in the perspective that sex sells.
It does, but I've never been the sex girl. That's
right.
Cute too. All right, you got okay.
I'm trying. Yeah. Come on, man.
I take back everything bad I said about her in the beginning of this interview.
At the beginning, she was like, "Yo,"
but it could also be the fact that the alcohol is starting to kick in. So now my perceptions
don't
of
even try to do the
we went from enemies, now we frenemies.
No, Yeah, this is what happened. You know, like the whole Brooklyn Bronx thing is always like that, bro. Like we, you know, the frenemies.
I feel like, and you can tell me if you disagree or not, I feel like when it comes to Brooklyn and the Bronx, it's almost the same thing like between that dynamic between Dominicans and Puerto Ricans.
Right.
It's like your parents or your elders, I don't want to say parents, it might be like a crazy uncle or aunt. Your elders will instill like, nah, we don't mess with them. But be like, but why? And there's no valid reason as to why.
Right.
It's like Brooklyn's just said, yo, we don't fuck with the Bronx. But tell me why.
No, I get it. I mean, for me, like, no, I have nothing but love with Brooklyn. I do a lot of shows in Brooklyn, whatever, right? Again, like I just said, you guys got gentrified. You guys thought y'all was hot shit.
But you got gentrified too, please. I took a walk.
I mean,
I took a walk. I went down like some side streets. Yeah, I got gentrified too.
We little side streets. We do.
I feel like that's any of the boroughs. You could go down one strip, you make a left, you in the hood, you make a right, you buy a coffee shop.
Got Barclays, and now y'all thinking y'all, you know, Yankee Stadium.
Well, I feel like I am being attacked.
Nah,
I am.
Anyway, let's go.
Moving on.
Yo, moving on. Next, this is the editor box.
No, keep all this shit, and I want y'all to see what she got going on over here.
Yo, no, but I find it so true with the whole like yeah, you don't put that dynamic, so it is a little weird. But I also find like this industry is a little weird, and I'm sure you've seen that. The more you're getting involved with that, what's the weirdest thing you experience so far?
Work wise or just in general? Because we could keep going.
Let's do in general right now.
So, and this is
we got to make it spicy.
No, this is about to be crazy.
Let's go.
So, not necessarily spicy, but just weird. So, naturally, you make mutuals, right? You'll meet people on the app, whether they're from New York or not.
Right.
And you'll always remember. So, if you have somebody who frequently comments positive things, you remember this person. You might follow them back, like, oh, they always show love. I met a girl. We'll name her Jessica.
Okay, Jessica.
Met a Jessica. Jessica, I hope you see this. Jessica lived in Brooklyn and she relocated to another state. Prior to her leaving, she's like, I'm leaving. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going out tonight with all my homegirls. You should come. Pull up, Jessica. Have a drink.
Right.
Jessica pulls up. This is my first time meeting Jessica in person. We've been mutuals now for like a year. Okay. It's a group setting. You're a girl. These are my girls. We're going to have a good time.
Okay.
Me personally, when I go out, I like rum punch. Well, Ray and Nephew. If it's not Ray and Nephew, it's not rum punch.
Okay.
Well, I drink the rum punch. I'm good. Jessica, she was falling apart. She's like, I'm going to go home. Goodbye, Jessica. Fast forward.
Oh, man.
Jessica starts making friends with other mutuals that I have, people that I'm very close to.
Okay.
I did not know. We're going to fast forward. So somebody very close to me now shows me screenshots. And actually, you know that feature on iPhone where you can share your screen? And
Yes.
So I'm in a whole journey, and we're going to name the other person, we'll call her Brenda.
Brenda and Jessica.
Brenda's the friend, Jessica's the op.
Okay.
Jessica is telling Brenda, hey, I want to get to know you. Sam is my cousin. Me and Jessica are not related.
Nah.
Sam is my cousin. Jessica is sending Brenda bread. Like, she's really trying to, like, touch. They trying to.
Okay, they're trying to.
Jessica is. So, prior to the show, a lot of people don't know unless you've seen previous podcasts. I went to go film The Circle August 18th. I left for the UK August 18th of 2021.
Okay.
I lost my grandmother August 2nd of 2021.
Okay.
Jessica is telling Brenda, oh, yeah, Sam almost didn't do the show because our grandmother died.
No, she did not.
On Jesus' sandals. Bitch, first, what's my grandmother's name? Say her name. Not you, but Jessica.
Yeah.
Say her name. Jessica, I hope
last name, Jessica.
Jessica, if I ever see you outside, sis, I just want you to know that's word to mommy.
What state Jessica live in?
Jessica doesn't live in New York no more, but she visits.
She visits?
Yeah, Jessica, I want you
to
think it's crazy because when I told my mother, because that was my mom's mom that passed, I'm like, Ma, can you? She's like, oh, she got to get touched. See you soon, Jessica.
Right. But that's weird.
Saying you my cousin because you want to get. I've had girls like hit up the girl who makes my press ones like, oh my God, Sam's my friend, just to get a discount.
Right.
That's one thing. You shooting your shot. You gonna try. But to speak on my grandma, you already know how I give it up for my family, Jessica.
So did Brenda ever tell her like, sis, I know you're lying?
No, Brenda was like, yo, this is crazy. Because when Brenda presented to me, she didn't want to be messy. She was like, oh, I know your cousin.
Okay.
I was like, who's my cousin? And then she started showing me the screen. I'm like, this is some stranger danger. That is not, I've never lied. My sister was on TV and nobody knew about my sister until like way after my platform was already established. Like, I never had to be like, oh yeah, Phoebe's my sister and she was on Basketball Wives. I never had to do that. Everything I got on my own. I bust my ass. I stayed off my knees. I stayed off my back. So the fact that you sitting here trying to ick ride me.
That's wild.
To get coochie. Sis, go on Christian Mingle. You want to meet the love of your life. Why you got a line say you my cousin?
So that's weird.
That's the most bitches is weird.
Nah, bitches is weird.
Bitches is weird.
But I feel like it's not only bitches, it's a lot of people.
No, but bitches is more weird.
Bitches is weird. Bitches is weird.
Boys are dumb. No offense to any. Boys are dumb, but bitches is weird.
Had I been in your shoes, I think I would have done the same thing.
But now, like, I feel like because of this prior to me being on the show.
Right now,
exactly. Prior to me being on the show, when I was just TikTok popular, because I don't say fame, I didn't care. But now it's like everything you do is monitored. Like the minute I start raising my voice and phones come out and Circle season 5, Sam bust somebody's temple open. I'm not trying to go. I'm too old for jail.
Shout out to the Circle, but that's not your identity.
Yeah,
either.
I'm not saying from the Circle. I'm saying from the star.
Right.
That just so happened to be on the Circle.
Right.
The DMs is a horrible, horrible place. If you have any type of popularity, any type of spotlight on you, if you have your little 15-minute moment, the DMs is the worst place because I done seen everybody. I've seen to the gentleman who sent me pictures in angles that they shouldn't. There's no reason why I should know what color your booty hole is.
That's. Yo, I'm
Sir.
grateful though. Yo, I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful that. You understand? Like,
I'm not trying to see nobody's balloon knot. I don't want to see your fur burger. I'm so good off that. You're never going to send me a picture of your business. And I'm like, oh, yeah, need you in my life. It's never going to happen.
So at this point, do you have like an assistant or is you actually?
It's me. I'm everything. I'm hair. I'm lighting. I have an agent.
Okay.
Like they answer the emails and stuff. But when it comes to everything else, all of my platforms I handle on myself because I can't just allow anybody else to take over for me.
Like when you applied for the Circle, you didn't even know about the show.
I didn't know what the hell the show was.
Right.
I didn't know what the hell the show was.
So what made you even like?
I got the email and I just got a laptop. So I was like all fancy on my MacBook. Like, oh yeah, I'm about to do this editing stuff. Yeah.
Right.
So I get the email and I assumed it was spam. This is way before I had an agent. So I'm like, oh, all right. It's the little banner and the Circle wants you. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I never watched the show. So I called my cousin Casey like, hey, Joe, you ever heard of this show called The Circle? She was like, yeah, it's about the way she described it and what I watched on television and what I experienced after. No, not that. She's like, oh my, it's like a competition show and you're in an apartment. I'm thinking like Big Brother, like we all together.
Okay, yeah.
Right, and again, I'm from New York. I've never been scared a day in my life. We gonna do this. So she describes. I'm like, all right, I'll do the application. It's a form. You fill it out. At the time, I think I had a little under 500,000 followers on TikTok. Instagram, I probably had like 2,000. Like, I didn't even all of my whatever. I was very this big. I fill out the application. No, I tell them, like, hey, they want me to audition. She's like, do it, bitch. You're going to be perfect. Do it. I'm like, okay.
Right.
You have to submit a video, a 1-minute video talking. I was nasty as hell in the video. I don't even know why they picked me. I don't know what they were thinking.
But what were you saying in the video?
So in the video, they're like, oh, describe yourself.
Okay.
Like, I don't like to sell myself to anybody.
Right.
So I think I was like something along the lines of, what's up? I'm like, who's in the room with you? I'm like, don't look at them. I'm talking to you. Like, I'm in the camera. Like, I don't know you. So I don't know. You my friend? Like, that's how like the first 10 seconds of me just being unnecessarily aggressive. Then I watched the show.
Okay.
Watch the show, and I'm like, what the fuck did I sign up for? Again, not thinking they're ever going to call me.
Right.
2 weeks after the application was sent in, they call me. I'm like, they're like, hey, we want to set up a Zoom call. I'm like, y'all want to see me?
Okay.
Get the Zoom call. Hey, we want to set up with this executive. And it took about 4 months, but like every time it progressed, like this interview, that interview, or I'm making a connection with this executive, I was like, this could really happen. It's so true. I didn't tell my mom I was leaving for the UK until I was like 95% sure I was leaving. Like my mother knew about it maybe like a week before they called me and said, yo, we out.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So wait, when you told her we were out, like how was her reaction with that?
My mom's with a Z. My mom's is 19 years older than me, so I always look at my grandmother like that maternal mother figure. My mom is like my big sister / best friend.
Right. Okay.
So I'm like, yo, Ma, I'm about to be out. And she's like, where? I was like, to the UK. And she was like, for what? I was like, this show called The Circle. She said, what the fuck is The Circle? I'm like, some show where they lock you up. It's on Netflix. So I need to see the emails. I need to know if is this real? Like, you just gonna pack the fuck up and go? You've never been this far from home? Like, she was really blacking on me. So once I showed her, like, no, this is legit. She was like, all right, I guess. She's like, 6 weeks. That's a lot. You good? Like, who's gonna watch your lizards? And
that's wild.
And then it happened.
Now that we speaking on The Circle, how you came into that really being real.
I didn't do nothing, and they was trying to pack me up like a maleta.
Yo, they really did.
Yo, come on
they
now.
had the chancletas, everything had
they
wrapped
was
up
really
and
like,
everything.
you gonna sit here and tell me I'm fake? Boy.
Like watching like how authentic you were. You was like, yo, like I come in peace. White flag and everything, right? So let's get deep in a sense where it's like you was picked on in the past.
OD.
So did that somewhat triggered anything from the past as far as like dealing with like being bullied or anything like that, or like the acceptance?
So, my father, I always joke around and say I'm my father's first son.
Okay.
Because I do have a little brother. He just graduated high school. Shout out to my brother. But I was my father's carbon copy. They called me Little Rob. Like I dressed like a boy. Like you couldn't tell me I wasn't my father's son. So growing up, I did get picked on because I wasn't feminine enough. I was the palest person in my family, and I had big boobs and my ass is shaped like this. Like if you could think about it, I got picked on.
Okay.
So going into it, I already have thick skin and I wasn't worried about it. But it's like you're judging me off of 2 little ass pictures and a fucking bio that's maybe 4 sentences.
Right.
It's run-on sentences, but it was probably 4.
Right.
You don't know me. And the fact that I had to kiss ass in order to like continue to excel and win in the game, it was as a New York woman, we bred to not give a fuck. And the fact that I was forced to give a fuck, oh no.
Knowing the fact of everything you just mentioned that you dealt with in the past, how did you find that self-love within you and overcome those type of battles?
You know what it is? I feel like my life got a lot easier once I stopped giving a fuck.
Okay. Makes
Worrying
sense.
about other people's opinions is stressful and it's nonstop. It's a constant. Like, you'll sit there and lay in your bed and stare off into the abyss and be like, oh, I wonder why nobody likes me. My mentality now is I don't give a fuck if you don't like me.
All right, I'm going to keep it a stack, though, right? That's easy said and done.
It is, but it takes time. It's not overnight. I learned that in my late 30s, early 30s. Well, how fucking old am I? I learned that in my early 30s.
We don't care about
We're
age
going
at
to
this
bleep
point.
that out. I'm 22. But it more so, it takes time, but once you let that go and you truly be like, fuck it, I don't care. Like, I like when people are like, yo, you really don't care, because I don't.
Okay.
Because your opinion of me is not going to affect my credit score. It's not going to affect where I sleep at night. My lizard is great. My cat is great.
So let me ask you this. Now that when you're in the place right now, though, right? Because, again, you're good. You're at that mentality. You don't give a fuck. Everybody. Your intermediate family is good, right? If you had the opportunity to go back to your past and speak to your younger self, what would you say to her?
What are you waiting for? I've been asked. So another thing, I don't really speak on this much. I almost got on the Bad Girls Club.
Really?
I auditioned. Like, I went through all this. I got to like the final level, like right before.
Go ahead.
Like, I got far in it, and my pops talked me out of it. He was just like, you really want to be on TV fighting with these bitches? Like, again, my parents had me young.
Right.
So my father was this young, fresh out of high school hustler. My mother was this young, fresh out of high school, corporate job, like night and day. My parents are very night and day.
Okay.
And my father's like, you really going to be on TV fighting with these fucking guys? Like, this is what you want to do? And I'm just like, yeah, you're right, Dad. I'm not going to do it. And I literally bowed out and I just didn't do it.
Do you regret it?
Yes and no, because who knows what opportunities it could have done for me.
Okay. But did you want that image? Like...
Oh, no.
And no offense to some of the girls from there. Yes, no offense, but we already know.
More, like, you know what it is?
How the outcome turns out for the most part.
So I feel like with these types of shows, because I don't want to just single out the Bad Girls Club. A lot of times New York women will get a bad stigma. They'll automatically put them in this little box. And it's always the loud New Yorker who's here banging pots and talking shit. Like, I didn't want to fall into that. Because the minute any of them heifers would have put my shit in the pool... Oh, you want to go see your grandfather that bad? You want to go visit him? Oh, all right. I got you, sis.
Again, did you want that image?
No, it's crazy because I had that image. Samantha growing up, I got brass knuckles tatted on my hip. Talk shit, get hit. Samantha was a very rough, like, unnecessarily angry young lady. Like, I don't know why I do know why I was so fucking mad. But
why were you mad?
Because everybody was bothering me. Leave me alone. Why you bothering me?
I mean, I get it. It's a process. Like you said, you've been working on it. But like,
I'm still mad. If you're going to ask if I'm very angry.
Are you, like, really?
I'm furious.
So what do you do, like, as far as, like, your therapy?
Oh, so I have a therapist, love her down. She's mad cute. I know she's tired of me. I know I owe her.
Okay.
Is it bad to give, like, your therapist liquor? Like, should I get her a bottle? Like, I'm sorry. Is that a thing?
Is she a drinker?
I don't know.
I mean, ask her. You never know.
I'm like, yo, what's your poison?
Flowers.
Flowers? What do I look like?
Be a fucking gentlewoman, bro.
Never in life. She knows how I give it up. I'm not a flower girl. She know how I give. I'm like, yo, Dr. Patterson. You worth it.
A bottle of liquor. I mean, I feel like a bottle.
Wine. Wine is classy.
Wine is different. Okay. But get her a nice, good wine.
Oh, I'm just going to get her the cheap shit I drink. Manchevitz. That's just $14. You get a big-ass gallon.
No. We're not doing that.
The red one, perfection.
That's probably good, but that's like probably thought juice for wine, right?
Wow, I never thought about it like that, but you spitting.
Because you got to appreciate your therapist. Because let me tell you something. I did the therapy thing like once, right? And it's not a thing, and I fucking loved it. I wish, I continued with it. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, don't give her cheap, I mean.
But I feel like it would be very on brand for me.
No, it's not. Stop
it. It is, no, because I'm gonna be true to myself. I'm gonna give you what I like.
But now it's time for you. This is the new growth, Samantha.
No,
bro.
but why shouldn't I share my bum palette with her? What if I open the door for her? What if she's like, oh my God, I love this?
Okay,
she don't.
Right, so you know what?
She don't want you to have nice things, Dr. Patterson.
So you know what? All right, when you do it, send me the video. I gotta see this.
Okay.
I want to see her reaction.
She's like, oh my God. First I'm gonna get her the big dookie one.
Matter of fact, tell her to take a toast like
I don't know if can she do that though.
Before you guys start, I think she can.
No? I don't think she can.
Damn, man, I want to have this conversation with her.
it's Sunday. I would have called her. I would have FaceTime like, sis, can you get drunk with me? No, she'd be like,
she can.
That's like considered like malpractice, no?
Yeah, that is malpractice. I don't think she can. But that actually would have been dope because that would have been, like.
Listen, she doesn't know anything about the show. Like she's an older woman. Like she doesn't watch Netflix. So I like the fact that I'm a stranger to her and I just tell her my hot mess stuff. Okay. I'm gonna get her the cheap one.
So all right, fine. You get her the cheap one. It is what it is. You understand? I just felt like if you giving her shit, at least be like a few more dollars.
We need to break the stigma because people would think, oh my God, you want a reality show? You got money. I'm broke. I don't got that money. Don't exist.
What's the misconception people have of
because you think I'm still the same.
I understand that, but people are looking at you. Matter of fact, people are looking at you. You won the circle. You won a certain amount of money.
They tax the fuck out of it. So don't ask me what it feels like to win $100,000 because they tax me bad.
I was gonna ask you because you said that if you win, you're taking your family out the hood.
They don't want to leave. Grandma Saida will not leave. So the best thing I could do for her is get her new plastic for her sofas. Sis don't want to. I'm not going nowhere. I live here for 40 years. This is my house. That's it. So I'm stuck in New York until sis want to pack it up.
Okay. So then, so with that money, they taxed you. I'm
taxed the fuck out of me.
But the sad part is that I know you don't like the word, but as an influencer, as this entrepreneur, as this whatever, they're looking at your numbers. They're looking at your numbers on TikTok. They're looking at your followers on Instagram. The fact that you won, sis, you making money.
Followers do not equal money. Followers do not equal money. How many views you get, well, that depending on the app can equal money. But that doesn't. Think about it. There's people out there with millions of followers, most likely bots. You getting like 2,000 likes on a picture. The internet is fake. I'm sorry, the internet is fake. You could sit here and believe that these people, the more followers comes the more responsibility. The more responsibility means more headaches. So anybody who sits there and think, oh my God, I wanna be an influencer. I wanna live this life. It might look extremely glorified on the internet. Live it. I've had people tell me that they hope I get raped. For a fucking reality show, like, you mad? I sent homeboy home. You want me to get raped?
Wait, are you serious?
Yes, we sent Marvin home, and it was like, oh my God. Somebody accused me of wanting to be a white woman. I want to know where I ever gave off that impression. No offense to any of my snow bunnies, but like, where did I ever give that impression? Samantha is authentically Samantha.
Right.
The fuck out of it.
You need to build this tough skin, especially for this lifestyle that you're in. At what given point in your career, and I'm gonna say career because at this point,
I mean, it's a little piece of something. It's a little
piece of something. You have to realize, like, bro, I gotta toughen up because if not, these guys are gonna eat me emotionally.
So my first TikTok was posted on April 8th of 2020. Right. By my first post, so I just had TikTok. By the time I hit the 4th of July of 2020, I had 100,000 followers. I've had people accuse me of being a dude, which I don't care. I've had people say,
"Rock out with your cocks out."
Exactly. So let me tell you, I got flavors. What happened? Don't you dare. We are professionals here.
We are professionals.
Thank you very much. Boom. I've had people like, she's ugly, you're dumb. You're dumb. You know how many times, this is something that I posted too. The minute I look at my phone, the minute you make me squint, if I gotta be like, what the fuck is this bitch blocked? I'm sorry. I'm not engaging. You're never gonna get clout off my followers.
Was there anything that really stood out for you that you was like, kind of, like, damn, really? Like made you maybe question?
Somebody accused me of having a fake New York accent. I was like, all right, now you're dragging it.
Nah, that's wild.
You could eat me with your mom's mouth at this point because you're dragging it.
You hear it. I hear the Brooklyn in you.
Exactly. It's like, like, come on. So it's like, you cannot, again, the internet is not real. Like, this social media lifestyle is not real. Meet me in real life, and I always say this to anytime. Like, I fight in real life. If you feel that passionately about what you just tweeted,
guys, this is the manager speaking right now.
Hello, how you doing?
No more.
This is the drinks that were like funneled into my mouth.
I'm like, now she don't fight no more.
No, if you feel that, not even, you're right. Let's not use the F word. If you feel that passionately about these things that you've expressed about me on the internet, if you felt like it was necessary to tweet it, post it, comment it, and you see me in person, please express those same feelings when you see me. Let me know how you feel, because these are personal. I'll bite these shits off.
Brown water.
No, don't. At this point, don't even give me tap water, because you know what it is. People will play with you. They will see how far they could push it, and I'm not about to argue with some 12-year-old sitting in his mom's basement who can't even buy themselves a bacon, egg, and cheese. Like, I'm not doing it.
I'm glad that you're saying this because, again, a lot of people think this is an easy route. Again, you have to be emotionally strong, mentally, physically, all that, because this, as much as it's not real, it does take a toll.
So keep in mind, being a woman, right? That's number one. Right. Being from New York, right? You're automatically raised to be aware of everything, your surroundings, right? So imagine being a woman born and raised in Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, being who I am, and then having this magnifying glass and this spotlight put on me and all this extra eyes. It's a lot. It's a lot. And you ask me why I'm cranky. First of all, it's hot. It's July in New York.
The fact that you have your therapist, that's dope, and I'm glad that you're doing that. Is there anything else when in doubt? Like, how do you shift your mindset or yourself from that type of energy?
Music. I love music. I'll listen to. So if I'm in a bad mood, I'm not gonna listen to DMX because then I'm pulling up on somebody.
Right.
But like, I'll throw in a little Celine Dion.
Okay.
I'll throw in a little Michael Bolton.
Okay.
I go on what's that radio station? Light FM.
Light FM. Yeah.
Light FM me when I'm upset. Light FM me all the way because I want to hear Phil Collins. I don't want to hear, because the minute I hear some like Nuck If You Buck, nah, send the Addy.
Yo, Nuck If You Buck is the best fighting song.
Nuck If You Buck will literally, or Annie Up. Ooh, Annie Up, you getting stomped out. Don't let me get my Timbs. Don't.
Especially Remy's part.
Exactly.
The remix.
The remix, not the original.
Yeah. All right, so right now, I guess with everything happening, what's next for you?
Can I be honest? I don't know.
I want you to.
Because there's times that I wake up and I'm like, all right, got to make some TikToks. All right, got to answer to these emails. And there's other times it's like, yo, I just want to go to work. Like, it's crazy because now I'm obsessed with Threads.
Okay, yeah.
I literally just said, it's like, I'm grateful for every opportunity that I've ever gotten, any connection I've ever made, any platform that I was able to like exceed and excel on. Like, I'm great. But sometimes I miss the normal. Like, I miss my old life.
Well, okay, so what's normal?
Normal to me is waking up, going to my job, earning my check. Like, I always said, I just want to go earn my check and go home. I still have a regular job. Like, I don't give a fuck if I want a game show. Like, I'm still, because you get bored. Being an influencer, you get bored. All right, I did my campaigns. Now what? I'm just sitting here staring at my cat and wondering what's next? Nah. At least my little 2-3 days a week, I go, hey, what's up? Da-da-da.
Gotcha. Is there, like, maybe another passion that you feel like you would probably like to dive into?
A lot of people ask me to do stand-up, which I don't think that I would do good in. Because it's like, you can't put me on the stage and like, be funny. I'm more of a like in the moment kind of girl. Like reality show, I would absolutely do reality again.
You continue to do reality?
No dating shows though. No dating shows.
Because I'd be nervous with reality. I feel like it depends on the type of reality, right? But I feel like those type of realities that I'm talking about, sometimes I feel like it's like a curse.
Competition-based shows like your Big Brothers, your Survivors, those I would love. Like, girl, come on, I'll swing off a tree. Let's do this. But dating shows, no, because you're not gonna play with me. You're not.
What about like Love and Hip Hop, like those type of
no, because you're not gonna play with me.
Okay.
You're not gonna play with me in front of people.
Right.
Like I've been in relationships with like people play with me in private. I'm like, oh wow, you got me good, bitch.
Right.
But no, in public with cameras, you gonna play with me? You're dumb.
Me personally, that I just feel nervous with it. Like.
But think about it. There's still a writer's strike right now. Reality TV is thriving because the writers aren't writing. Rightfully so. Get y'all coins, but.
That's true.
Listen, the longer y'all sit down, the more time that people like me got opportunities to work. So
that's a fact.
Y'all could be angry.
And the thing is that, and a lot of these reality shows, again, is all based on controversy sells.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people say, like, oh, my God, The Circle to me is like the kids bop of all of the reality shows on Netflix. I'm going to just solely focus on Netflix because we're not messy like the Love Island, the Love is Blind, those shows. Like, people don't really pay us mind.
Okay.
But until you do it, because people are like, oh, I could do The Circle. If you're okay with being in an apartment under 24-hour surveillance, no radio, no clock, no TV, you don't know what day of the week it is. The lights go on, the lights go off. Go ahead, go crazy.
Gotcha.
If you don't like yourself, don't do The Circle because you're going to hate yourself by the time you leave.
That's what I wanted to ask you, because knowing the fact that you're such a family person, so being on The Circle, you mentioned that this is like house arrest, right?
It really is.
So it's like house arrest. How were you able to maintain your mental health in a sense? So
luckily, Studio Lambert, who are the people who are responsible for putting the show together, they provide us with therapy. So we did have a therapist on deck. So if we needed somebody to talk to, she would make herself accessible. So that's something that's great.
Did you utilize her?
I sure did. Okay. I'm sure she was tired of me. But you have to understand, I'm going into this August 2nd, like I said, my grandmother passed away. Right. August 18th, I was on a flight on my way to the UK by myself. You get there, they immediately take your phone, your passport, your wallet. Like literally, I got to the Airbnb, didn't even put on my chanclas. Here, we need your stuff. So to be in this position where I got to put on my game face, I never spoke about my grandmother passing during the game because y'all never going to play with me. Because the minute that somebody want to like throw a little under the belt jab, like that's why your grandma dead, this whole building getting lit the fuck up because y'all trying me. So to mourn in silence and suffer in silence, I would say.
A lot.
To suffer in silence. Wait, no, there's more. August 2nd, boom, grandma passed away. Shout out to Annie, love you down. August 18th, I left. August 9th, and I only spoke about this on one other interview that I did. I had a whole miscarriage on August 9th.
Really?
And then me and my ex broke up. Girl, I could write a book. So I'm literally there, no relationship, no baby, no grandma. And just like, oh, yeah, Sam, we need you to be bubbly. Come, jump up and down. We're going to do this event. They're going to do this. And in my mind, I'm like, yo, fuck all of this. Literally, in my mind, I was furious, but you're never going to see me weak. You're never going to have a one-up on me. I guess that's that New York mentality. You're never going to play me.
Right. That's what they say. If you can make it out here, you can make it anywhere.
Anyway, I'm never going to give you ammunition to hurt me.
All right, let's keep it a stack then. So did you ever feel like this shit ain't worth it? I'm out.
So if you watch the show, there's an episode where I'm wearing all black. I don't have on a piece of makeup. I think it was like the second or third episode. And it's crazy because I was just watching The Circle the other night. And I wanted to go home that day. Okay. I wanted to go home. It was my first cycle after having the miscarriage. Like I was in physical pain, like real life pain. I was emotional. So something about Studio Lambert, they will reach out to your family. If I say, hey, y'all spoke to my grandma, y'all checked on her? Okay. Mind you, I'm just talking to the abyss because there's never anyone in your apartment. It's like a little loudspeaker in the ceiling. So I'm like, did y'all check on my grandmother today? I know my grandmother. My grandmother's not friendly. She's mean. Okay. She's like, ay, Samantha, cheer up. Like, she's not nice.
Yeah.
So when I asked, like, hey, did you guys speak to my grandmother today? And I think one of the producers was like, yeah, she said that she wishes that, she hopes that you do well, and she's so proud of you, and she's so happy for you. I'm like,
that don't sound.
I'm like, that ain't my grandmother. Y'all lying.
Right.
I'm like, y'all want me to leave? I took off my mic. Like, I was ready to go. I was like, y'all gonna lot it. Talk to my grandmother and then let me know if she's good. Because me speaking to her 3-4 times a day to not speaking to her at all, it fucks with you. It definitely fucks with you.
How long was that process again?
I was in the UK for 6 weeks. So they put you in an apartment in isolation for 3 weeks. And then if you make the game, then they put you into the game. And then the game is however many days if you don't get eliminated right away.
Right. Mm-hmm. Damn.
And I was far away from home. And
I'm sorry. You couldn't step out.
No.
You couldn't.
I'm not breaking. Let me tell you, I'm scared of everything. As under this tough gangster exterior, I'm terrified of everything. So when they say, we're going to take your phone, your passport, and your wallet so that you don't go outside. I'm like, you ain't got to tell me. You ain't have to take none of this shit. I'm not going outside.
So has anybody ever, like, we're not mentioning names, but, like, ever, like, stepped out, like, sneaking-wise?
To my knowledge, that I don't know. I'm sure that there were some people who reached their breaking point. But me, naturally, I like being home. Okay. So in the isolation process, I had TV. They would deliver groceries. So I had everything that I needed. I was good. I had a good view. I could see the jail. Like, it was cute.
Right.
But no, if you thought Samantha was going outside, you're bugging. There was a gas station right outside of where my apartment was, and I would sit out there and watch people argue on Saturday nights, Friday nights. Okay. I like that cute shit. And they arguing with their little English accents, like, no, you go to hell, you a bastard. I'm like, oh, I like this messy shit.
Yo, that's fucking... Mm-hmm. I mean, I get it. We all been through the 2020, right? So we had to. I mean, not everyone, but for the most part, people had to stay indoors.
Do you know how they do the COVID test in the UK?
How?
Boom. In America, how do you get a COVID test?
I mean, there's different ways now.
But it's a regular, the traditional one. What do you know it to be? A little stick, boop, 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 done, right? 30 seconds, done.
Yeah.
In the UK, I had to, because it was still like I want to say like toward the end of like the chaos around the pandemic, right? So they were like, listen, when we're sending somebody to give you a COVID test. I got maybe like 10 COVID tests in total while I was out there because they were very like on top of it. Don't use toothpaste and don't use mouthwash. I'm like, wait, so don't brush my teeth?
Yeah.
Wait, it's coming.
Okay.
So I'm like, why? They were like, oh, because we're going to do your COVID test. I'm like, oh, so maybe they just do it by the mouth. Right? I'm like, okay, no big deal, whatever.
Like a swab.
Shorty shows up. Shorty's like full head to toe hazmat suit, like completely covered up. I'm like,
no.
Wait. So she pulls up. I'm like, all right, what's up? She's like, all right, sit down. First of all, it was a fucking stick with a roll of Bounty on it. This was the thickest cotton swab shit I ever saw in my life. Sis goes in the nose. I got a big ass, zoom in. I got a big ass nose. Sis goes in the nostril. I'm like, okay. She's like, all right, now open your mouth. I'm like, for what? She's like,
right.
She's like, I have to swab your innard. My innard? First of all, I'm uncomfortable with that word. Second of all, what? Shit, sis went from my boogers to my mouth.
Not with the same
exact one.
Oh, that she violated.
Same exact one. And I got violated multiple times. So am I a dick for sitting there and just letting her go from my fucking... literally, so they'll... And then they go on your cheek. And she's like, all right, see you later. I'm like...
Nah.
No, I felt so disrespected. I was sitting there holding my robe. I'm like, did this just happen to me?
Poor thing. No wonder you were seeing the therapist
Girl.
like crazy. I would have too.
I was like, that's how y'all do this? I had to text production. Wow. Yes, that's how they do it in the UK.
I've been out of the States. Like, they had like this big... And I felt like she went and touched my brain and shit.
She erased 7 memories.
Yeah, she probably did.
You don't remember none of your teachers right now.
No, I really don't. I was just telling my wife. I was like, bro, I don't remember my childhood. Like, but but it's not about me, right? No, but that's wild because it's just here to hear.
Sis,
that's
no, it's here.
Nah.
You could have single nostril me and double cheeked me, but you want to double nostril and then single cheek.
Man, they raped
It was
you.
personal. OD, it was personal. It really was. I'm writing a book.
Damn. I mean, you won. You came out of this. You understand? Was it worth it?
I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Even if I didn't win, I was content with being in the 3rd slot. I was content.
Okay. Were you surprised?
What? So if anybody ever goes back and watch that final episode, right. I have my head down and I'm talking shit and I'm just like, yeah, I'm congratulating Chaz. That me talking, I'm like, yeah, Gubby, you did that. You did your big one. Boom, I'm so proud of you. Kiki. Michelle says my name. Apparently this big wall where my picture pops up. He had to tap me because I wasn't looking. I was just like, all right, whatever, fuck it, I'm down here. He's like, bitch. I'm like, y'all fucking lying. Me? Like me, Little Sam from Brooklyn? Y'all bugging them, never. And I'm the first female profile to ever win. And all the season, Delisa won season 2, but she was pretending to be her husband. I'm the first female profile to ever win. That's right. I'm a bad bitch. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm a bad motherfucker.
So I'm saying that's dope. Then you got mad accomplishments. So at this point now you do, and don't take that away.
Okay.
And I say that, you know why I say that? Because it, like, from a person like being like working so hard. Mm-hmm. I understand what it is to not celebrate with my wins, and sometimes we need to do that. Mm-hmm. Like, do you celebrate your wins? Like, even your small ones? Start doing that.
I need to.
Yeah, you do.
You sound like my therapist. She's here?
Bro, what's my bottle,
Is it going to be like a grand reveal?
What's my fucking
You want some cheap wine? I got you.
Cheap wine. I'm okay with that. As long as it's red, I'm good.
Man, Chavez, the cherry Concord. I'm about to change your life.
Wife.
I'm going to send you the picture, wife. I'm going to send you the picture.
But I definitely, like, for me personally, like, seeing, like, again, like, the come up and again, like you said, this wasn't handed to you. This wasn't handed to you, and let's keep it a stack. Since you wasn't giving it up or doing anything crazy, you still accomplished a lot.
I mean, yes, and I will humbly accept my flowers. I've never been somebody who was ever arrogant, like, even though I've accomplished a lot. And it's crazy because I was just having this conversation yesterday with one of my mutuals, and in the Bronx. Damn, look at this, full circle. Oh, circle. On, wow, we really doing stuff. Yo. But I spoke on, like,
yo, we sound like we have, I mean, I have it, but ADHD, like.
We do. We're all over the place. But I feel like because I'm so humble and because I feel like once you feel like you've done enough, you're not hungry anymore. And I'm always going to be hungry.
Absolutely.
So it's hard for me to be like, oh, yeah, I did this, I did that. Like, no.
So I feel like for me, just being me, because I love seeing people win, I would say before I give you the last question and everything, I would say definitely figure out what is it that you want to do next, because you can definitely body it. If comedy is not for you, then it's not for you, but definitely figure out what is it that you want to do
I just want to do reality
TV. You don't have a board?
A vision board?
Like, I mean, vision board or like one of those marker, like, what is it called?
A dry erase board?
Yeah, a dry erase board.
No, but should I buy one?
Yes, I have 3.
Are you artistic? What are you doing?
Nah, I just like to write. So pictures? I learned as I continue progressing with everything how I have like my long-term, my short-term goals, and then my daily goals.
I mean, I think the only goal that I have right now is just to get the hell out of New York.
So that's what I'm saying. So
I'm over it.
So that's what I said. Get that board. Get one board. I want to get out of New York. What is it that you're willing to do as far as within yourself to get out of New York?
I just think I'm over it. I just want peace. I want quiet. Like, I've done it.
Where you want to go out? Like,
I would literally live in a cabin in the woods. Like, you could put me in the middle of anywhere.
I heard you was going to Jersey.
Who's going to Jersey? Absolute.
I heard you was coming.
No, if it ain't New York, it's a whole new state, not New Jersey. I'm not never. My sister lives in New Jersey. I just can't. Yeah, and I've never driven a car. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
I mean,
walk on the shoulder of the highway and hope that somebody says, "Hey, sis, you need a ride?"
Right.
That's a one-way ticket to death. I watch too many murder documentaries.
No, let me stop.
What the? No.
I'm just playing.
This got dark quick.
Nah, but
you know what?
Do that. Get a board. Get that board.
I'm gonna buy a board.
Get that board. Start writing it out. Watch. I'm telling you. Now, lastly, I want to know, when was the last time you did something for the first time?
Ooh, that's a good one. Hold on. Something for the first time. What did I do this week? No, I went to a Yankee game. Been to that. First time. The last time don't do the music, because now you're making my asshole tingle. I'm getting anxious. Wait. Hold on. The last time I did something for the first time. I just went to New Orleans. That was the first. I just went there last week.
Oh, you was there for
Essence Festival. I was just, matter of fact, this time last week I was pissy drunk in somebody's bar.
How was it? Because
hot
I remember
as
hitting
fuck.
you up. You was like, V, be on top of me.
No, because I was, first of all, heat I never experienced. I've been to every island you could think of. Jamaica, I've been to Puerto Rico, DR, I've been to Tulum in Mexico, Cancun. I've never experienced a heat like that. I have heat blotches right now on my body from New Orleans. I look like a fucking Dalmatian. It's done. Bad.
Is it?
No, I've never experienced a heat like that. How do you live down there?
I heard the food is good over there.
The trees don't move. There's no air.
Nah, is it that bad? Because Nevada, I was told, like, it's bad.
I'm not ever going to any Texas. I'm sorry. Love y'all down. Never
been to
going.
Texas. Beautiful over there.
When did you go?
March.
Okay.
Relax with the sound effects.
Because no, 101 degrees is criminal. And then I asked one of them, I was like, when's a good time to come back? Because I can't do this.
Right,
She was like, oh, like February is really cute. It's like sweater weather. I said, oh, what's sweater weather? She was like 70. I was like, it was 7 degrees in January in New York. And you talking about this is that's barbecue weather.
Yeah, that
in New
is
York.
barbecue weather, bro.
Girl,
like,
go to hell and choke twice.
All right, so, okay, other than the weather, what about food? How was the food?
The food was good. I didn't get to try any like the traditional foods. Like I didn't get the jambalaya, the crawfish. I didn't get to do it, so I guess that's a reason for me to go back. Right. But I had like a crab omelet. That shit slapped.
What about the music?
I heard "Back That Ass Up" far too many times, and I know that's like y'all national anthem because Juvenile's from New Orleans, but like a little Jay-Z wouldn't have killed, like a little piece of
for real, though, like,
a little piece of like Pop Smoke. It wouldn't have been too. I'm sure he had it on his playlist, but he refused.
I'm done. That's
whatever.
Great. I've never been to. I've been to so many places. Haven't been to New Orleans yet.
It's cute.
Okay.
Don't go in July. Don't go July, August,
No,
September,
I
October.
definitely won't.
February is the only month.
But that's Mardi Gras, isn't that? Like
It is, but just fuck it. Go and tell me how it is. Let me know, and then I'll think about it.
October, because I heard New Orleans is super spiritual, so I heard the energy is wild.
What, like cuckoos and shit?
Yeah,
you bugging the fuck out. You could go. I don't mess with no supernatural nothing.
You don't?
Nope.
Come on, what type of Puerto Rican?
I really am not. I will fight a crackhead in East New York at 4 o'clock in the morning. If you think I'm walking through somebody's fucking cemetery, for a cucko, you got it.
Won this.
Who's the mascot of Puerto Rico? Chupacabra? You could have the whole fucking island. I'm good. This is wild. I need to call my therapist.
Be careful, bro. Saying, you understand?
Damn, I feel sad.
So, yeah, definitely speak
my
to
heart
your
is
therapist
broken.
about this. You understand?
How you gonna? Wow.
I'm not trying to fuck up your life. But
She really did though.
I'm just
Ladies
saying,
and gentlemen,
we've been there before.
Come to this podcast if you want harsh reality thrown in your face. If you want a spotlight thrown on your fears and insecurities, and random facts about chupacabras.
I want to say, man, shout out to everybody, man, who's been liking, commenting. It's your girl V-Henny, man, the Artistry Show. Again, shout out to Sam. There's no reason why you should be following her. All her information will be in the description box below. All you got to do is click. It's free. And again, man, we out. So rock out with your cocks out. Jam out with your clam out.
I did not know that was the outro. What in the fuck is going on? I'm keeping my clam to myself, ladies and gentlemen.